So a couple of weeks ago, my wife said to me, hey, when was the last time you did a video on the Comanche? And I felt a little attacked. So here's a long overdue update on the 88 Jeep Comanche Pioneer on the Second Chance Jeeps channel. Here we go. Hello, Happy New Year. It's been a long time since I posted an update. I could go into details about, oh, my life's so busy and we have another kid and blah, blah, blah. But everybody understands that. You guys all have regular lives too. So here it is, 88 Jeep Comanche Pioneer two-wheel drive. I bought it about 2.5 years ago. And it's come a long way. It's actually on the road. I've driven it a bunch of times. And it's turning into a pretty fun little vehicle to drive. So here is how it looks. I guess I will start out by giving you an update on all the stuff that I have done to it in the last couple of years. Inner and outer rocker panels on both sides have been completely replaced. They're still in raw metal right now. That is part of my project over the next couple of days. I'm just gonna get those welds grinded down, or at least get some of the surface rust ground off of there and just to coat a primer on it, at least until the spring when the weather's a little bit more conducive to doing something a little more final. Wheels and tires, these are off of I think it was a 2015 or 2016 JK. They're the Rubicon wheels and decent tires on them too. I picked them up locally. I got a really good deal on them. And obviously I had to run a spacer in order to get them to work on the Comanche, because the Comanche's 5 on 4.5, and I think that the JKs are 5 on 5 or so. But I love the look of it. I think that the size is absolutely perfect. They don't stick out past the fender wells or anything like that. I'm really happy with how they turned out. You may notice the lack of fender flares on the front. There's also no fender liners in there too. They're sitting right over here. I'm gonna get them in today. I just have to get some paint on some bare metal stuff in there that I'd rather get done while I have them out. So that's getting done. Also, you can kind of see in there maybe Rusty's 3.5 inch lift, I think it is, 3.5 inch lift for the XJ and MJs. Extended the brake lines, and I also put some extended lower control arms on there, so that way the control arms don't bang into the rest of the suspension. Had it fully aligned, it actually drives straight, and I couldn't be happier with how it drives. Nothing too crazy up here on the front end. I just had to go through, replace a bunch of bulbs. A lot of the screws and everything were broken off, so I had to drill out some old screws, put in some riv nuts to replace hardware, but other than that, completely stock up in the front. Passenger side, a whole lot of the same as the driver's side. Again, the rockers replaced. Got a couple spots of surface rust, but not real concerned about that. Again, I'm gonna get rid of all of that stuff today. Come around to the back of the truck. It's got the bumper that came on it. I don't think this is a stock bumper, but haven't really looked into it, not sure. Taillights in, wired up, everything's working. I'm planning on just doing a polish to them to make them look a little bit better. In the back of the truck, got my spare tire mounted. I think it's a FabTech spare tire mount that I found locally on Marketplace. I think I paid like 40 bucks for it or so. Couple primer spots in the bed. There must have been a roll bar in here or something, because there were 4 holes drilled at each of those primer spots. So I welded them up. I still have to grind down the welds, and then I'm planning on doing Raptor liner in the bed. Into the interior. This is probably where the biggest transformation has happened so far. First of all, cleaned up the steering wheel. I love that steering wheel, and it was basically black when I got it. So I just scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and I got it to look really good. So I'm really happy with it. Dash is pretty much stock. Threw in an aftermarket Kenwood radio that I picked up off of Marketplace for like 30 bucks, and really just a lot of cleaning. Door panels came out pretty good. These are still a little bit worn, as you can tell. Up here, I put in a newer slider window because my stock one was broken. I got I think they're made by a company called Eurmatech. The the dome lights or the pillar lights. And then the best part of this interior is this bench seat. It's the factory bench seat, and I pulled it out, was hoping I could get it repaired, or thought about picking up some aftermarket upholstery kit for it, but it just didn't really do it for me. So I had a company that I follow on Instagram who's local here in the West Michigan area called Bare Metal Bomber Seats. I will put the link and their Instagram down in the description. I've been following them for a couple of years now, and they build like metal bomber seats with rivets and leather, and their seats are amazing looking. It wasn't something that I wanted to do for this truck, just because this truck is basically stock looking, but I would love to use one of their seats in a future project. But since I follow them, I was like, hey, can you guys just recover a seat? Because they obviously do upholstery. They said absolutely. So last summer I dropped it off to them, and we talked for a little bit, and we came up with this design, which is like a marine grade, kind of weathered gray vinyl. It's hard to tell really from the video, but the vinyl is just awesome looking. And then I went tweed on the center inserts, and they were like, tweed, are you sure you want tweed? And I was like, yes, I definitely want it. I wanted something durable, but also, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like the old mini truck scene from the 90s, and I thought that was a really, really cool look. So here it is, vinyl and tweed. I got the recline feature on the seat working. Let me see if I can flip it back. Come on now. Yep, seat reclines, flips all the way back. They did tweed all across the back of it too. I got a fire extinguisher mounted down there, of course, because this thing could burst into flames at any moment. And redid the headliner twice. Still not thrilled with how it came out, but that's about as good as I can do, I think. So maybe one day I'll take it out and have it professionally done. And then found the stock visors that were in this truck were just in really, really rough shape. And they were like single ply cardboard, and they just felt like they were about to fall apart. So I got rid of them, grabbed these out of an XJ in the local junkyard for like $10 a piece or so. Hadn't initially planned on wiring up the lighted portion of them, but then I looked at it and it was like a two-wire hookup. So I just tied them in to the pillar lights, and really, really happy with them. Last thing I need to do, I need to pick up a new rear view mirror. I don't know if you can tell, but this one is starting to fail. You can tell from the back. So that's it. That's what the interior of the Comanche looks like now. And under the hood, it is stock, still stock under here. Threw in a new battery. I had to do some repair work underneath the battery to the battery tray. Plugs, wires, cap rotor, oil change, all of the basic stuff. I think I threw a new air filter in there too. But it's running pretty well. I think I have a slight fuel leak towards the back, like towards the tank, which I still got to figure out. But other than that, it's running really well. It starts up when I turn the key, and it drives, and it goes down the road somewhat straight. So there you have it. There's the big update on the Comanche. So even though I haven't been posting videos on a regular basis, I can assure you work is still getting done. I love this truck. It's at the point now where I can hop in, drive it, and I couldn't be happier with it. So keep follow the Instagram page. I post there on a more regular basis. So thanks for following along. Again, Happy New Year, and take care.